Alright, welcome to episode 17 of Hans Plays Bluddecraft. I haven't really done a lot since last time. I let the quarry run a bit, took the energy cell back, started charging it, and as you can see over here, quarry made it a little bit of a way. Got some coal. That's pretty much it for now. We got some amber. I'm gonna actually put flint in the diamond pipe too, and I already put gravel in there because I don't really need gravel nor flint for anything. But let's take these things and get them back home. What did I just do there? Yeah, put my sword in here. Okay, let's go back here and just sort this stuff into its appropriate place. Flint goes here, gravel goes here. I believe that's good. Like so, right? Yeah, seems right. Okay. So that is it for that. Let's put our wrench away. We can't actually because there's no space. There we go. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna grab this tree tap and we're gonna go out and get ourselves some rubber. There we go. So let's go do that. Actually, let's sleep for it. Is it getting dark? Or is it? What time of day is it? I can't really tell. Oh well, I can sleep, so that probably means night. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get some rubber. And for those of you that don't know, well, you're just about to learn how rubber works in Industrialcraft. Industrialcraft 2, to be exact. Rubber grows on these special trees, well, known as rubber trees, and sort of grows as, it's called sticky resin. It's an orange kind of substance thing. It grows on the tree, and use the tree tap to extract that, and then you put that in a furnace, and you get rubber out of that. So we need to go get some sticky resin. And as I said, that grows on the trees. So we're gonna want to go find one of those trees. Now it only grows on specific trees, so you can't just go do it anywhere. The trees are fairly easy to recognize once you know what kind of tree you're looking for. They are slightly dark, sort of like pine trees, the logs themselves, and then they have slightly orangey leaves, I believe. And there's always like a 2-leaf tall sort of top thing on the tree, which makes it fairly easy to recognize. And then of course there's the orange dots, but we'll see all of that in just a moment once I get out there. So let's just run over there. Should be, well, it's not that close, but oh my. Okay, let's steer clear of this. Definitely don't want to get in any sort of trouble with that fire. And there's a ravine down there. That's nifty. So we're just going to run over here. It's a good idea also to chop, well, if you find a rubber tree, well, depending on where it is, because if you chop it down, well, then it's gone. If you don't, the rubber resin thing will actually regrow over time, so you can harvest the same tree multiple times, pretty much unlimited times really. But of course if it's far away, you want to harvest it like I'm going to, at least the leaves, so you can get some saplings. And it does have special rubber tree saplings, so you can get those, and then you can replant them and you can get your own rubber trees. And that is pretty nifty. So rubber is mostly used, well, as insulation for cables in Industrialcraft 2, and it comes in pretty handy. First of all, because if you don't insulate your wires when you put down wires, you can put them down on the ground to transmit power through. If you don't insulate them, you will get shocked if you get close. How much you get shocked and within which range you get shocked depends on the wire and the voltage that goes through it, but in general, just insulate your wires is a good tip. And also for crafting recipes, you do need insulated wires. So here are some rubber trees. Let's turn off this waypoint, turn on the home. These are rubber trees. As you can tell, there's 2 blocks of leaves above the top, so it gives like a little bit of a high point. And if we just break the leaves around this tree, you can see that the wood is slightly darker to the counterpart over there, or over there, just normal trees. So it is slightly darker, kind of like fir wood, and the saplings look like so. Rubber tree saplings. Now this rubber tree isn't very rich on rubber, but it's fine. It doesn't have to be. You can see down here we have 1 orange dot. Now these orange dots are where the resin is located. So you don't want to use the tree sap anywhere. You want to use it on the orange dot, or actually just on the face that has the orange dot. It doesn't have to be exactly on there. You can just do it over here and it'll work. And it drops out those resin. You can see, and I have 2 sticky resin in my inventory. The dot goes away. That will come back after a while. Now the thing is, you can use your tree tap on a depleted dot, and sometimes you'll get lucky and get something, but if you do too much, you can like permanently get this thing dried out and it won't regrow. So it's definitely not a viable solution. Your best solution is just to do it on the orange dots and wait for it to regrow. So I want to get some more saplings here, and I want to look for some more rubber on these trees. Now you're not actually guaranteed rubber on a rubber tree, so you might get in an unlucky situation like it looks like we are with this one, where it is a rubber tree but there aren't actually any rubber dots on it at all. And the server's being a little bit of laggy again. So let's see, do we have any rubber over here? You want to break the leaves and make sure to look, because it can be like far up or something. It can be literally anywhere on a tree, like in this case you see we have one right there.
Yo, Razor, I think you're traveling a little too fast.
Oh. Excuse me. I forgot I was on mumble. Yeah, that's what happens when nobody's saying anything for like a good half an hour. You forget that you're actually on mumble. That was a little bit embarrassing. Well, excuse me. Anyway, here we go. We have some more saplings. That's good. We got a good 3 here. Is that a 4th sapling? No, that was just a leaf. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, we can't actually break the top of this one, can we? Nope. Well, that's fine. We'll just right click here and you can see that drops out. It's a little bit weird with how it flies, but doesn't really matter. Drops out. Got 5 resin. And since we don't need these trees here, we're going to break them and take them with us. And you can also see the logs are a very clear yellowish color. And if you break them, you can get lucky to actually get resin just by breaking the block. However, of course, a broken tree won't regrow anything, so it's generally not a solution I would recommend. But since we are far away from home now, we're going to break these and then we're going to bring them home with us instead. And that'll be much more suitable than leaving them out here. So we got 14 rubber wood. We can actually get some rubber out of those too. We got 6 sticky resin. We got 3 saplings for growing some more trees, so that's good. And let's run over here because I saw some orange dots, and let's just extract these. We're not gonna break the leaves here or anything, just gonna get our rubber. Well, might as well look up here if there's any rubber. Right, yeah, okay. None here. You never know. It is definitely worth checking for. And we do need quite a bit of rubber, although we only need a little bit now for the solar panel. In the long run, we're definitely going to need more, which is also why I'm getting these saplings with me, because we're definitely going to need more rubber over time. We might as well get ourselves a little bit of a rubber farm set up, so we don't have to run into the wild to find more. So let's just see here. This rubber tree seems to be unlucky. It doesn't have any rubber at all. And there's gotta be more around here. Hold on, over here there's a few. Let's jump over here. And sometimes it's taller than 2. You can see here that's like 3 or 4. But there'll always be that sort of a little bit of a tip on the top, so if you look for that and a darker wood, you are pretty much set to find rubber trees. And there seems to be a higher concentration of them in swamp biomes. I don't have exact numbers on that, but just keep in mind in general that swamp biomes are the best place to look for these things. Oops, I need more food. And in areas where you do find them, they're usually found in pretty high concentrations. So in this area you can see there's like a few rubber trees around here. But then if in an area where there's none, there's just none. So you're very unlikely at least to find like a standalone single rubber tree somewhere in the middle of nowhere. It's going to be around other rubber trees. So you definitely want to just look for a place where they are. You're not going to get anything out of just searching every tree and making sure if it's a rubber tree, because it's unlikely to be if there isn't like already a group of them around. That is definitely not something you're not going to find a single rubber tree. Anyway, excuse me. Wow, sorry. Let's just see here. We have some rubber here. Ooh, we have 2 of these. That's good. Did that drop out here? I don't know. Well, you know what? We have 5 saplings. Let's get another sapling here. I'm sure we can get 1 more sapling out of this tree. That'd be very odd if we couldn't. That's plenty of leaves. So let's just get 6 is a good number, I think. There we go. I'm happy with that. So let's just get home. You know what? I'm going to run right home and we'll see you there. Okay, so we're almost home here. It's well, it's going to be sunrise soon actually, so that's fine. Where are we going to plant these trees? Let's see. How about we plant them along this path, like 1, 2. Over the free spaces between each tree. 1, 2, 3. There. There. And obviously we're going to want to clear out this tree here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That seems okay. I don't know if that's too close together or what. I guess we'll find out soon. Let's just get rid of this tree here first, so that there's a little bit of space for them to grow. And then we're gonna go in and we're gonna process our rubber, which is not as interesting as it sounds. Unless you think it sounds boring, in which case you're spot on. Anyway, so that's good. Let's go inside. And in fact, I probably want to feed my cow soon, don't I? So I can get some more. Anyway, home sweet home, here we are. Let's turn off the waypoint here. And let's see here, let's dump, how are these? They're doing pretty good. Let's dump in the wood over here for processing, and the sticky resin for being smelted, and the rubber wood here. If we take a look in NEI, we can use it to smelt it into jungle wood. I don't know why you do that, but you can do that. And you can use it as a fuel. It's not really interesting. Here we go. You can put it in the sawmill, you'll get jungle wood planks, and there's a 33% chance of getting sticky resin. So that's definitely one way of using it. You can also use it for an empty booze barrel or an extractor, but we don't have one of those. So so let's see here. We have some rubber here. And right, so for now we're just gonna put this rubber wood away. I'm not gonna need that. And since we have our sticky resin here. We have our rubber. Now we can actually go on to what we wanted to do, which was again a solar panel. And let's see here. So what we needed is an RE battery, for which we're going to need 1 copper cable. Now 1 copper cable is 6 rubber and 3 copper. And there's actually 2 ways of doing this. And since we're going to need a lot of this sooner or later, I might as well show you both. So, the one way we just saw was 3 copper in the middle here, and 6 rubber around it will give us 6 copper cables. Now you can also just make 6 copper cables out of the copper ingots and you'll get uninsulated. And then you can just combine them one by one with a piece of rubber and you get a copper cable. So those are the 2 different ways of dealing with that. Now, we're going to make this into a battery, which means 2 pieces of redstone and 4 tin, like so. That will give us the battery, and battery, iron furnace, reinforced. Refined iron gives us a generator. Now, generator you put down anywhere as a machine. You can put in coal in this slot here, and it will burn that coal, make energy, and it will fill up this bar here, which is showing energy. And then you can put down copper cable on the ground, as so, and energy will flow through that. So, let's get this broken again. We don't actually need this for anything. What we want to do is put the generator together with a few other pieces and upgrade it into a solar panel instead. So let's get the generator, put it back here, and let's take a look here. So what we want to do is we want to get 3 coal dust, for which we need a pulverizer and some coal. So 3 pieces of coal in the pulverizer, and let's turn off the outputs here. Will give us 3 coal dust, and then we need 3 pieces of glass. We already have that. Let's just dump that over here. And furthermore, we need 2 electronic circuits. Now see, this is why it's good I made some copper cable, although I think we might need a little more. Yes, we have 11, so we're going to need 1 more piece of copper cable. That's fine, we can get that. Where did I put the rubber? Rubber went here. So, in this kind of situation, it's actually, the other method is very good, because we can't do this recipe. We don't have enough for it. But what we can do is do this, and dump this in here, and then we'll just have 1 left that's uninsulated, but that's fine, we can deal with that. So we want to do this pattern, and we want to leave 6 more. And then what we want is 2 refined iron and 4 redstone. So let's go over here to our metals chest, if the server will allow it. It seems not, so we'll wait for a second. And see what happens here. Not much, apparently. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I was just looking at something else for a second here. It's very, very hard to multitask. And I don't really want to divide my attention while I'm recording. But, as it happens to be, my life also has other things in it. So, try to take care of everything. So we dump that there. And we have our refined iron. So we just put that there and get 4 redstone. And let's see here. 2 of these. Generator, 3 coal dust, and 3 glass. And this, I always do this the opposite way around. There we go, we have a solar panel. Now, solar panel just goes underground and it makes energy when there's direct sunlight. Now, the thing is, if you break this with your pickaxe, it might actually break and only give you back the generator. I'm not sure if that's true for the solar panel, but at least all other industrial craft machines. So what you want to do is you want to get a wrench, and yes, it's a different wrench, which is always nice, but we have the bronze for it. So see here, it was 6 pieces of bronze in sort of a fork shape. Gives us the industrial craft wrench. Now with this thing, shift right click, and there it goes. So now all we have left is let's see, getting all the pieces together. We We have the electric engine here. We have some copper cable. So let's go over here to the core world. And what we should be able to do is put down the cable there, put the solar panel on top, and I'll just create energy, and we'll put this here. So that will use the energy that the solar panel creates to power itself. And then I think we need a lever on here. We might need a lever. Also, something else I discovered is a little bit of a bug, but you can apparently just break the frame for this and it'll still work. Like, this thing still works, only it'll look really weird when it comes over here. But we need a redstone signal for that, so let's do that. And I want to put it in a way so that it'll power it at all times. So I want to put it within those chunks. So let's go over here. Let's just get a single stick. Well, we can't really get a single one, but we can get one. And cobblestone. Now it'll give us the good old vanilla lever. Now let's just go back to the core world here. And we should be able to just put said lever under here and turn it on, and that should turn on the electric engine. There we go. So that's working now. So this is definitely slow. You can see it's sort of waiting a while. And then it just does something once. And that makes for not a lot of energy. But it is enough to run this a little bit. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Granted, it's very slow. But still, this is, I mean, this is free energy. We don't have to do anything to maintain this. There's nothing we have to do. We can just wait. So now I can leave this place and come back sometime later, and this will still be running. But what else we could also do is get another solar panel or two. We can couple these up, like put them over here next to each other and connect them all up, and then that'll allow this engine to run faster. So I'm thinking that's sort of the thing we want to get done here, but let's see if we actually have the resources for that. I'm not sure about that. Let's take a look in just a moment. Ooh, chunk. Yay. Okay, so another solar panel. Actually, let's look at solar panels here, because there are different types of solar panels. We could also try to get an advanced solar panel, but that sort of requires already having one, which we do. But then getting some other things here that we don't really have yet, don't really have the resources for yet at all. We need uranium, we need diamond. So I'm thinking that's for a little bit later. But in fact, about that, you know, we want to get some more industrial craft machines set up. We have a few. Hold on, yeah, this goes here too. And so there's these. So there we go. So we have a few good machines here set up, and these are very helpful. But we also need some other machines for doing some other things, and those would be Industrial Craft 2 machines, most of them. But for doing that, we're sort of gonna need a machine room. I mean, this is a nice little room, but I don't really think I'm gonna build all the machines in my house in this room. So maybe really, it's time for a house expansion more than just a machine expansion. I have this room up here, which I'm using for absolutely nothing. But sort of the shape makes it look really nice, but also makes it less useful for practical purposes. So I'm thinking, let's move the bed upstairs for now. And why don't we put it somewhere like over here by the view. And then, what do we want to do with this room? This room could be, I'm thinking maybe this room could really just be a pretty room, like we could make a fireplace here in the middle, for example, and then not actually have anything like big of importance in here, but just have like our bed, or beds. We could do like a double bed thing. Let's see here, where's the middle here? Yeah, it's here. So if we put another bed here, that would be good. Do we have the resource for it? Do we even have wool for another bed here? Hold on. I don't think so, but we do have string. We have some flax growing out there. So let's get ourselves some of the string here. And I'm not sure if you all realize, because a lot of people don't, but you can combine 4 string into a piece of wool. And that's just a vanilla mechanic. Doesn't have anything to do with any of the mods. So if we have enough flax down here, no, it hasn't grown out yet. Okay, well, we'll wait. You can see our rubber trees are growing, so that's good. We can get ourselves some rubber going on right here. And let's get some more of this wheat. And we can replant that, and we can feed our cows. That'd be good. Get some more of those. And also, you might not have noticed, but between this segment and the last one, I did turn up the game volume. So if the music seems loud or whatever seems loud, then that's because I turned it up. And I don't know, I just felt it was a little bit quiet, but you can let me know if you think that's too loud. I don't know about that. Anyway, so I think actually we're coming up on a good wrapping up point for this episode. So I'm sort of thinking what we want to do here is I'm going to think a little bit about how I want to organize this house, because obviously these 2 rooms, these 2 floors aren't going to cut it for us quite. But I'm going to figure out exactly what I want to do with this house and how I want to do it until the next episode. And then we're going to come back, we're going to do some house expansions. And then after that, what's on our agenda is to get some industrial craft machines going. Finally get some of that railcraft stuff going that I was talking about like 10 episodes ago. I don't remember really if it was back then, but yeah, we want to get some railcraft stuff going. We want to get some industrial craft stuff going, and we want to maybe do a little bit more of a centralized, nice power station instead of just having like these engines right here. We want to maybe do like a floor downstairs or something where we have like 5 or 10 engines, and we want to hook that up to something so they will feed themselves, and we won't have to do that. But I don't know. We're gonna take a look at that later, and then we do want to play around with Steve's carts. I promised you that a while ago. We still didn't get around to it. So we'll see about all that, but until then, you know, guys, thanks for watching. This has been episode 17 of Hanse Plays Bluddecraft, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can leave a like, you can leave a comment downstairs if you have something to tell me, and if you want to be notified about further episodes, you should definitely click that little subscribe button down there next to my avatar. And otherwise, you know what, guys, I'll see you all in the next episode, so take care.